6:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is a news edited by Lal Mallavarachi and read by J. Yogaraj. First, the headlines. The President completes 2 years in office as the head of state. The Prime Minister says the present and future leaders of the country should protect the valiant soldiers. The Road Development Authority is called on to study landslide-prone roads. All fertilizers required for paddy farmers in every district will be provided from the 25th of this month. A lunar eclipse not visible to Sri Lanka will occur today. In foreign news, a state of emergency has been declared in British Columbia in Canada. In sports, Sri Lanka Cricket has formed the 20-member Under-21 Women's Development Squad. And those are the headlines. The 7th Executive President of Sri Lanka, Gotabaya Rajapaksa, celebrates the second year completion in office. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa took his oath of office at the sacred place of the historic Ruanveli Stupa in Anuradhapura on 18th November 2019. In August 2019, Mr. Rajapaksa was declared as the presidential candidate by the Sri Lanka Poduchena Peramuna under the leadership of former President Mahinda Rajapaksa and campaigned on a platform of a policy-driven government based on sustainable development and inclusive Sri Lanka. On November 2019, he was elected by 6.9 million voters, a majority of 52.2% as the 7th Executive President of Sri Lanka. He started implementing his policy manifesto vision of prosperity to steer development in this country. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa launched Gama Samaga Pilisandara discussion with the village program to meet the people of remote villages that have not been given due attention, inquiring into the plights of the residents and finding solutions after bringing them to the attention of the officials at the location. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa says that all future leaders in the country must protect territorial integrity of the motherland that was secured by war heroes of the nation. At the opening ceremony of Sandahiru Saya built in honor of the valiant soldiers, the Premier said, "It is the war heroes who stopped bloodshed in the country. The new Chaitya is now dedicated to the people's veneration. The present and future leaders of the country should protect the valiant soldiers who made many sacrifices for the freedom of this country." He added that his fervent wish is that this country will never undergo such a gloomy and miserable era again. Minister of Highways Johnston Fernando has ordered a formal study and report on landslide-prone roads in various parts of the country. He has entrusted the task to Secretary to the Ministry R.W.R. Pemasriri, Road Development Authority Chairman Chaminda Athuruage and Director General Sarda Veerakon. The Minister had instructed them to use the officials of the Road Development Authority, the National Building Research Organisation and other relevant experts for this purpose. The Minister had said, although many roads have been constructed, he has received information that the roads in landslide-prone areas have not been properly studied. This news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. A lunar eclipse was not visible to Sri Lanka will occur today, and a solar eclipse will occur on the 4th of next month. Professor Channa Jayaratna of Colombo University says the longest partial lunar eclipse in 580 years will take place during the daytime today. He said though the eclipse is visible to a large part of the world for the countries in America, North Europe, East Asia, Australia, Pacific, including the east part of India, it will not be visible to Sri Lanka. The total duration of the partial eclipse phase is 3 hours and 28 minutes. The Health Ministry says that 737 more persons have tested positive for the novel coronavirus yesterday. Accordingly, Sri Lanka's total number of COVID-19 cases climbed to 554,459. 14,827 patients infected with the virus are currently undergoing treatment across the island. 15 coronavirus-related deaths for November 17th were reported yesterday, increasing the death toll in Sri Lanka due to the coronavirus to 14,072. The deaths include 10 males and 5 females. And that's local news.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The Agriculture Ministry has decided to provide all fertilizers required for paddy cultivation to paddy farmers in every district from the 25th of this month. Minister Mahindananda Alutgamage has instructed ministry officials to prepare a formal program to provide organic fertilizer, bio-liquid fertilizer and nano-nitrogen fertilizer to the farmers through the agrarian service centers. Meanwhile, another 100,000 litres of nano-nitrogen fertilizer is to be imported by air from India next week. And that was main news.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
Watch Life is brought to you by
Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission.
Deputy Director General of Health Services Dr. Hemant Herat says the aim of the health service is to normalize the country soon. He said it is the responsibility of all stakeholders to prevent gathering of people for various events. He pointed out that health authorities are making efforts to protect the people from the virus and to prevent it is being spread. Therefore, Dr. Herat said everyone in the country should support health and other services to control the COVID pandemic. Health experts also warn of a rapid rise in dengue fever cases in the wake of monsoon rains. The Health Ministry reported that 16,042 people have contracted dengue fever this year. The monsoon rains and flooding have led to a surge in cases since the beginning of November. And that was Watchlight.
If you follow technical and vocational education and training courses, select a course registered and accredited institute by TVEC. Be aware on unregistered institutes which are promoting without having registration. Visit www.tvec.gov.lk for more information. Message from Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission.
Coming up, World News.
For C headlines, a state of emergency has been declared in British Columbia in Canada. Afghan girl footballers reach UK on a Kim Kardashian West-funded flight. Archaeologists in Egypt say they have made one of the most important discoveries in decades. And those are the headlines of World News. A state of emergency has been declared in the Canadian western province of British Columbia after a major storm cut road and rail links in the region. The Canadian Armed Forces have been deployed to help thousands of stranded residents who have been trapped since the storm hit overnight on Sunday. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau pledged assistance during a visit to Washington, D.C. and said troops would help rebuild. A group of Afghan girl footballers have flown into UK, the culmination of an extraordinary rescue effort that began before or after the Taliban seized power. The costly operation brought together an unlikely cast of characters from Muslim sports people to spies and a Hasidic rabbi. The girls aged between 13 to 19 arrived from Pakistan overnight. Their flight was chartered by a Jewish aid organization. Archaeologists in Egypt say they have made one of the most important discoveries in decades. They have found one of the 4 lost sun temples built by the pharaohs while they were still alive in an attempt to turn themselves into living gods. It is believed that only 6 sun temples were built by Egyptian pharaohs some 4,500 years ago. And that was World News.
Development News is brought to you by Let's take coal out of the coconut tree and make the island thriving and prosperous. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
Filling of water to the main tunnel of Broadlands hydropower project took place yesterday under the patronage of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. The ceremony was held online from the temple trees. It is the final hydropower project of the Lakshapana power project. It will add 126 gigawatts of power annually to the national grid. And that was Development News.
Development News was brought to you by the coconut tree is well grown in almost all the parts of the island. It is an exceptional source of extra income. The shell, the husk and almost all the parts of the coconut tree makes you money, providing you with an excellent extra source of income. It will also help to nourish the economy of the country. You will be guided with all necessary informations regarding the coconut cultivation, with the novel cultivation techniques and all other related and upgraded informations by the Coconut Research Institute, Lunavilla. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
Moving on with sports news.
Sri Lanka Cricket says it has formed a 20-member under-21 women's squad in a bid to strengthen the pool of talent for future international commitments. The 20-member squad was selected out of 120 players screened via an island-wide talent hunt program. The players who were subjected to screening were already a part of women's district squads maintained by Sri Lanka Cricket. And that was sports news.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency through NSB U Trust for 6 months consecutively. Send more money and increase the chances of winning.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Sri Lanka's 3-month Treasury bill yield fell 21 basis points to 7.77% at Tuesday's auction, with all offered 53 billion rupees of securities sold, data from the State Debt Office showed. The Debt Office sold 46.9 billion rupees of 3-month bills. 5.75 billion rupees of 6-month bills were sold at 8.03%, down from 8.12%. 300 million rupees of 12-month bills were sold at 8.1%, down 0.2 basis points.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Sri Lanka's manufacturing has recovered strongly in October 2021 to a 7-month high, with local orders in food and beverages, exports in textile, Purchasing Managers Index showed. The central bank said this increase was due to the upcoming festival season in December.
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, brings Nanos App, a trilingual educational mobile app for online learning, with video-based lessons from grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with the Nanos App. No subscription fees. Download via Google Play Store, App Store, Huawei Store or Windows. Dialogue, the future today.
The Met Department says showery condition is expected to reduce from today. Several spells of showers will occur in western, Sabaragamu, central and northwestern provinces and in Galle and Mathura districts. Showers or thunder showers will occur at a few places in Uva and eastern provinces and in Polonnaruwa district during the evening or night.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, brings Nanos App, a trilingual educational mobile app for online learning, with video-based lessons from grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with the Nanos App. No subscription fees. Download via Google Play Store, App Store, Huawei Store or Windows. Dialogue, the future today.
Before we wind up this news broadcast, let's look at the main points once again. The President completes 2 years in office as the head of state. The Prime Minister says the present and future leaders of the country should protect the valiant soldiers. The Road Development Authority is called on to study landslide-prone roads. All fertilizers required for paddy farmers in every district will be provided from the 25th of this month. A lunar eclipse not visible to Sri Lanka will occur today. And with that, we conclude this morning news broadcast of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.